Welcome to episode 2.
Yes, episode 2. We are going to be talking about our slow season, what that means, and what we think you should do.
Welcome to Curated and Crafted. Your hosts, Dominique and Kinsey, 2 women building brands, businesses, and lives with soul. Here we pour out the real stories behind luxury brands, unforgettable events, and the mindset it takes to build something that lasts. No fluff, no filters, just the craft. The courage and the conversations that matter. So grab a drink, get inspired, and let's craft something worth remembering.
Okay, episode 2, the slow season.
The slow season.
What it reveals, because it definitely brings up a lot.
Yes.
And what to do, or at least what we think we should do.
Yes.
When you hear slow season, what does that bring up for you emotionally? What do you hear? Walk me through. What does slow season mean to you?
So we're going to go Kinsey several years back to where I am now. Different, right? So for those who may be newer into the business, slow season used to cause like anxiety or we don't have enough business. Are we going to get to the other side? And you would just almost, I don't like the word frantic, but that's how it would feel, like not excited for the slower months because we're so used to being so busy and living in that chaos almost. And that's what you get used to. And then all of a sudden it's slow and you're like, it's a complete opposite. But I think over the years you learn like that's just the nature of, we live in Arizona. I can't change that it's going to be 115 degrees out for 3 months out of the year. And sometimes longer. That's just, it is what it is.
That part.
So awesome. Inside events is where it will be, the ones that we do. But almost anybody and everybody that's the time they try to get outside of this state. Their mood is not... They don't even like to be around people, right? You go do what you need to do and then you go home and you strip down into your skivvies and you just sit on the couch.
And you survive.
It's too hot to do anything.
Seriously.
And so I think learning to go, how can I then manage the business so that we'll make it on the other side. So it's managing your resources and saying, okay, how do I pull back on things during what's called our slower months, as well as how do I make that mental shift and go, okay, this is the time now that we're not running 100 miles an hour. Give ourselves that reprieve, embrace it, enjoy it, and go, I need to reserve this energy for the fall because we will be gangbusters. And it's time for us to, internally, to spend more time collectively as a team, working together. I know we're going to want to implement some new fun team outings where we can get to really see each other's personalities and things that we all enjoy doing individually, but
and I can't wait for
do
that
it together. Also, really fine-tune our processes, right? Like our SOPs, dial them in. What are we needing to focus on? Are there areas that we need to change? That is the time during our slower months for us to do it. So what used to be anxiety is now, now I remember back in the day too, it'd be like slower month is coming, so we'll put that project for the slow month and we'll save that project. No, we have to be able to continue to get projects done throughout the year, but really then utilize the slower months to rejuvenate and then continue to get things done because, it's a great time for us to push ourselves forward, recalibrate, renew, also hone in on any new offerings that we're wanting to perfect those things, do team trainings with our bartenders and baristas and our liquid specialists so that everybody come fall, they're re-energized. Yes. They are looking forward to some time to work on themselves and have a little bit of a break. So it comes full circle. So that's Kinsey used to freak out when you would say slow season. And now we're in a place where we're embracing it. And
prepare for it.
And prepared, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
How do you personally experience slow seasons? And how has that evolved over time?
Similar to what you said. And I think that for newer entrepreneurs, it's panic. It's how do I even survive? It's, I'm not getting any emails in my inbox. What the hell do I do? And do I go heavy on sales? It's Because there's also seasons of that. So we're talking about physical slow seasons of the actual events.
Correct.
But there's also slow seasons for sales where when people are shopping, how often they are, when it's common. And if you're in the wedding side of things, there's very specific times of the year where it's heavy. And then there's specific times of the year where sales are slow. Yeah. So it's also on the panic side of, we're not getting as much inquiries in, along with we're not as busy with physical events. So I feel like there's sometimes two sides
a double
of a coin. You know what I mean? And I think that I didn't ever really panic when I was slow in season for me. It was when it's slow in sale. It's, there's a dip here. Why is there a dip? Let's see the patterns. Let's understand it. Yes. And obviously I'm talking from the Soul Agave side with weddings. That's something that I had to learn, that it's heavy on, people just got engaged and in Valentine's Day, Christmas, whatever the case may be. And it's like, boom, we have a bunch of proposal and wedding inquiries. In liquid caterers, I believe it's waves, and it's really driven by what's happening socially outside of what's happening in the world at the moment. It's like directly impacted in that sense. And obviously I do believe that in summer, obviously if the events are slow, then the inquiries are going to be slow. But I think it's something I refer back to is I've watched a million things from Alex Hormozi, and he always says to judge your business by decades and not by weeks or whatever season you're in. Take a step back and realize, figure out what works, judge yourself based on not what you're doing right now, but how it's going to impact you in the years to come. Yes. And I think that's so important because we get in the thick of it and we're so hard on ourselves and we're emotional beings. Yeah. And so we are going to lead with our emotions and react with that too. But then you have to be like, oh, wait, pause. I shouldn't be reacting to my business emotionally. No. I should take a step back and objectively say, why is this happening? What do I need to change, if anything?
What can you?
Right. Yeah. And then pour gas on the areas that need to be optimized when you physically don't have to be at events. Yes. And when you're a smaller company, you have to do it all. You have to be the CEO, and you have to be the creative director, and you have to be the social media manager, and you have to be the marketing director, and you have to actually be at the fucking event doing it, right? Now, when you level up a little bit, you can release some of the event side of things and step into that CEO or whatever role you want to be. I was like, but the panic and the emotions, they still freaking happen.
They do.
And you really got to remind yourself to give yourself grace and to just figure out how your business should operate and work within those seasons. And for me, as a woman, I like to work within my cycle too. That's like another added on deep whole layer that we don't even need to get into. But it's
but we will on one of these podcasts.
Of course we will, because it's how we operate. But now I treat slow seasons as checkpoints. Yes. It's like you said, reevaluate, check in, optimize, prepare,
and plan. So that planning moment of, okay, great, we now have time where we're not, like you had mentioned, physically pulling for events or staffing events or getting our people prepped and ready for events. Okay, we're going to take the time and literally pour out all the content that we need for months to come. So we have that. We have the shoots ready. We have the behind the, all those things that we can prepare ourselves so that when we are busier on the event side, that we still have the content and information that we need to push to give out to our followers, make sure they're getting what they need and want to stay connected with us.
Yeah, from a digital standpoint. Yeah. And it's also, you're able to work on your business and not in it. Like you hear that all the time. Like, how do the people that are running it stop working in it and on it? And I think that's a perfect season when it slows down with clients demanding your soul. Yeah. It's literally, especially in our space, they want things right now. They are emotions.
They want things right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think working on the company rather than in it is so massively important. And I don't think even we do it as frequent enough as I would like to.
Correct.
And I think I would highly encourage to put it on the calendar. Yeah. Like, hold yourself accountable. Yeah. And bring other people in just like we do. I'm like, hey, we need to have a big brain combo. We need to check in.
If we're going to push the needle forward, we have to do those things, right? So any successful entrepreneur or anything, it's those small disciplines that we continues to do over and over again is where we're going to see the long-term results, right?
Yeah.
And so it's making sure that we're doing that. And where my focus is wanting to be is to be doing that more with our team as well, right? Like we have to do it top down and checking with our team. Where are they at? What projects are they working on? How can we help them get to the next stage or phase? So that's what we'll be doing over the next several months.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
we're coming into our slower season.
Absolutely. All right. So, Kinsey. Oh, I love this one. What do you think that is the biggest mistake people make in the slow seasons?
I think probably going with the theme we've been talking about is pulling off the gas, right? It's really when we need to be pouring more on. Granted, like doing it with intention. I also sometimes think people just do busy work to try to feel like they're busy in the slow season. Being intentional with what you're doing and the actions, but it is time to pour on the gas where you can really focus on the things that, like you said, not working necessarily in it, but on it. And then, so I think the ones that don't are the ones that are not going to see the progress that they're wanting or could see. They're going to stay stagnant.
Absolutely. I also think people will ignore, I don't know if it's ignore. I've seen a lot of companies or CEOs not invest in themselves either. And I think that's a ginormous mistake. Yeah. If you can't do it in the busy season, whether it's mentorship, a program, a retreat, a conference, whatever, that is a huge mistake in my opinion, because as companies only grow as much as you do.
Yep, for sure.
And if you're the one manning the ship, then you also need to be manning your brain and advancing your skills.
Capabilities.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. All right, Miss Dawn, this one's for you.
Okay, here we go.
What's something you wish someone had told you about slow seasons earlier in your career?
I wish someone looked me in the eyes and said, you're not behind. Like, or you're right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I wish that I understood that progress is still growing in that sense. Like, really enjoying the journey, that you think that the small, minutia, itty-bitty things you're doing every day are actually making an impact. And they do. But it takes a long time for you to objectively see that when you're bogged down by all the tasks and all the hardship that this entails, because it's fucking hard. Yeah. Period. And then I also wish someone told me that at different stages of your business, it will need you to fix different things.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
And those certain things are dependent on what problems are an actual problem right now. Yeah. And it's look me in the eye and be like, girl, just fix one problem at a time. I don't know, somebody, I hear that on the internet all the time. They say that. And I'm like, that's...
Focus on one problem.
Yeah. And it's, what is the biggest problem that you have in your company that will take you to that next level? And that is the only thing that you work on and fix. And then you do it again. Yes. And then you figure out if the thing that you just implemented is working and it needs to be optimized. Most likely it's working because you built it, right? But hone in on fixing one big problem at a time and realize that the small things matter.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think I was told that, not gonna lie. I wish I believed it. I think that's a better way, because I'm sure one of my mentors have told me that.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think that I don't do well slowing down. Everyone who knows me knows I run at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
And I don't rest, but I have learned to slow down, and that's my version of rest.
Yeah.
And so me even being okay with that first, and then being like, oh shit, it's actually good for me.
Yes.
And so I heard that 1,000,000 times. Oh, you need to rest. You need to rest. You need to rest. I'm like, shut up. No, I don't. Like, I don't want to rest.
But then once you learn to do that, you see the flip side, the benefits of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that my version of rest is slowing down. Yeah. Like, I can't come to a complete halt. Like you said, I can't be the one that like completely disconnects. And especially when I know I have so much I'm working towards, it actually makes me feel worse after. I feel horrible. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to take a day off. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm not going to focus on all the other areas of my life, but that's not resting to me. That's slowing down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What are some smart and real things that companies can do during slow season?
So I think instead of worrying about the business you don't have, look back and celebrate the business you have had. I think sometimes you get caught in the grind, and if you're in the mentality of I don't have enough, right, then you never really then celebrate what you do have. And I think too, and I don't do that enough, like thinking back of, wow, let's celebrate. But I think taking time to look and see what events we did do, the clients we did work with that we loved, and then, okay, great, how can we now reproduce that again and again? So taking time to really, we talked about creating our client avatars and really figuring out
who we wanted to work with,
and
not want to work with,
and who we don't want to work with.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It really is. So I think that would be great things to do in the summer. Also, it is a great time to reach out to the clients that you've worked with, because honestly, everybody in Arizona, this is obviously where we're at, but no matter where you are in the winter in the East Coast, those are going to be like your slow months. Nobody wants to go outside when it's freezing, storming. Like it's just, it's same thing, but
you're in
just
North
different.
Dakota and can't open your door because you're snowed in.
Right. It's a different type, but you're in the kind of the same boat there, reaching out to our clients to how are they doing, touching base with them, what things are they wanting to see from activation wise, things of that nature. So honing in on building up your client relationships and the vendors.
Yeah, and the journey that you take them on, right? Like we use the digital marketers approach, going from cold to a raving fan. What does that journey look like? How do you lean into that? How do you speak directly to the person that you want to be speaking to? Yeah. And I loved what you just said about staying in gratitude, because it's also, if you are in a constant state of worry and feeling like you don't have enough, you don't create space for abundance to come in.
Correct. If you're in that constant lack mentality, you're not, that's just exactly what's going to happen.
And as soon as you flip into, as often as you can, being present, being grateful, in reflection, saying, I'm celebrating X, Y, and Z, all of a sudden, shit just starts to change. And that starts coming in. You attract, you manifest, you bring in the energy that you're putting out.
That frequency, that level of where you're vibing.
It's next level.
It is.
Literally next level. Yeah, honing in on that during slow season is, and also taking care of your people.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they have just killed themselves all season. Yep. And in Arizona, our season goes from October to May. Yeah. Or actually probably like September to May.
It does.
More often than not. And lately we've been getting a lot of summer stuff anyway. So I don't know who's coming here in the summer or why they want to come here in the summer, but I'm not mad about it.
If you're not buried in client work, where should your focus actually go?
I think it should go in figuring out how to buy back your time. Because if you're trying to use the slow season to reflect and to optimize and to scale in some way, in order to scale, you have to take things off of your plate and put them on somebody else's.
Yes.
So delegate, create those training processes, those SOPs, the time to step away from the shit that you don't want to be doing in your business anymore, or that you're not really good at, but you had to get it done. Yep. And creating the space for you to step into this new version of your company. Yeah. Right? Yep. And ironing out what that even looks like, and even figuring out how to create those roles, right? It's creating a whole laundry list of tasks that ironing out, can one person do 14 of these 20 tasks? That's a role right there in and of itself. Like iron out what you do and don't want to do and how to create that into a role, create the training behind it, create the onboarding, delegate, bring on, level up.
Absolutely. I think it's also a great time to mentor up, right? So finding somebody within your same space that's been doing it longer than you, and to see if they can help coach and guide you into those. Also a really great time to learn new tools. There's so many out there now, and I'm talking to myself.
AI.
I know.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Everything is AI. You have to know.
And so to be able to start incorporating tools that are going to help you with the things that you just said. How can you buy back your time? There is most likely a tool or 10 out there that can help take some of those things that are task oriented, that are tedious time suckers.
Yes.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yes,
Tedious
seriously.
time suckers that will eliminate that for you. So find those tools, because we can get stuck into doing the same thing, your
Absolutely.
routine. Now's the time to change it up.
Absolutely. And then I would also network and connect with your people. Like you were saying, going back to connecting with clients, but I also think like networking within the industry, because we're all experiencing the same thing at the same time. So like our liquid lounge, blah, blah, blah. Our liquid lounge is scheduled during our quote unquote slower season.
Yes.
And why we were able to get 200 RSVPs in a week is because, one, we did it on a Wednesday.
Yep.
Two, we know that our people can handle a Wednesday, and it's middle of the hot summer.
Right.
And so it just makes sense for people to be able to show up and be present and say yes to those mingling and connecting. And all right, we're all going through the same shit, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
And to have a community that you can lean on, ask questions to, be of value to them so they can be of value to you.
Yes.
And I think that's something that I would like to really touch on is leading with value.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people in this space that just want to suck everything out of you because they've seen you do it 10 times, or they
Right.
want to be like you. They want to copy and paste. There's so many copy and pasting happening in our industry that I think it's time for you to learn how to be as authentic to you and your brand and your company as possible. Connect with others, see how they do things, see the things you do and don't like, and have those conversations so you can differentiate yourself
Yeah.
from the masses, because we all do essentially the same things.
Yeah.
And they don't need to be your enemy. There's plenty to go around.
Absolutely.
Plenty.
Plenty.
Community
I
over
agree.
competition,
I agree.
1,000%. So
Wholeheartedly.
go build your community. If you're feeling alone in this space, and especially in a slow season, it's because you're not paying attention to the people that you could honestly connect with and that
Yeah.
are willing to connect with you and to pour into you as much as you're willing to pour into them.
For sure.
And if you meet people that aren't willing to pour into you, then they're not your people.
Right.
Move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay.
'Cause there are a lot of people that are close knit or like guarded in our space as well as open as you and I are. I believe that we lead with value and we want to help others, but
Agreed.
don't get me wrong, there are plenty that have no interest in doing that, just want to run in their lane, get out of my way.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do your thing. But I'm going to lean over here in leading my community and being a voice in my community and adding value to it. And I absolutely love that almost everyone in this space that has met me feels comfortable enough to give me a call if they have a question.
Yeah.
And if I can be of help, I will. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't handle it.
Yep.
I'm great at saying no, but it's beautiful and I honor that people call me and ask me that I can. And so are you.
Yeah,
Like that's literally
sure.
how we got to where we are.
It's exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Seriously. Okay. If someone in a slow season right now is panicking, what is one piece of advice that you would give to help them ground themselves?
I kind of want to say, like, go do something for yourself. Like some self-care thing, because often you can get into that spiral of negative thoughts and energy. So flip it and go do something, whether it's a pedicure, go for a hike. Obviously here in Arizona, it's a 5 a.m. hike. And then you can get back to the grind. That's fine. Do something for yourself, or even better, do something for somebody else.
Yeah.
Bring somebody just a coffee, like something unexpected that'll bring a smile on someone else's day, right? So do something that will bring joy to somebody else and that will make you happy. And then the rest of the day and week is yours to try to continue to tackle on all the things to be productive and move the needle forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say that clarity is key.
Yeah.
Like you can't build without being clear on what you want, how you want it,
Yeah.
what you want to provide as a service, as what value you even want to bring. And I think that when you're in a place of panic and you're feeling burnt out on top of it because you just came off a season that is wildly insane, right? Typically.
Yes. Yep.
I believe there's numbers around like 80 to 90% of event professionals say that they experience burnout. And I would honestly, in my opinion, say it's 100%. And the 10% that say they don't have enough clients. Because I swear, as soon as you start leveling up, the burnout is real.
It is real.
And taking time for yourself and getting clear internally on who you are, who you need to become, what you even need to work on.
Yeah.
Because like you said, if you don't work on you, your business isn't going to grow.
No.
And taking time for yourself, and then also sitting in that reflection and asking yourself those hard conversations and getting super duper clear with you.
Yeah.
So that you can come to your teams and say, hey, this is the direction we want to go. This is how we're going to do it.
Yep.
And if they question you, you feel solid in your responses
Yeah,
because you've had that hard conversation with yourself, and you've gotten massively clear on where you want to take your company, and they're either in or they're out.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. And you can
Agreed.
tell almost immediately.
Yep.
But I would say, yeah. Brene Brown says that. No, she says clarity is kind and being having clear communication
Yep.
is being kind. That doesn't mean it's being nice. That doesn't mean that it's always easy conversation.
Correct. Yes.
But it's the best way, it's the
Yep.
best foot forward in that sense because you're not being inauthentic to yourself. Is it unauthentic or inauthentic? Help me here.
Sugar snacks. Inauthentic.
Inauthentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inauthentic.
It sounds better with in.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? Don't come for my grammar skills, people.
But I think it's
Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
just not being authentic.
Yeah. But you lose that when you're burnt out and when you're running and you're just surviving.
Yes.
And you don't have a clear direction that you're running towards.
No.
And that happens
Well, then you're
routinely.
just then circling, and you're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
right?
you're spiraling down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one wants to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
if you are, stop. Yeah. I have the Jim Rohn, just just an amazing motivational speaker and author, and one of his things, and his delivery and how he presents is just amazing, and I wish I could mimic it.
I need you to channel your
my
Jim
gosh.
Rohn right now.
But he's amazing. But he'll say, "Don't take that class. Don't take that class. Don't go down that road that you don't need to. Don't take that class. I can't change that it's going to be 120 degrees out for 3 months. Don't take that class.
Yeah.
What can you do right now to move the needle forward? That's it. And he also is those small things, those small disciplines over and over again, long-term results.
Yep.
That's it.
Amen. And back to what we were saying in the beginning, that one problem at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Like that is one of the things that, because we can't that's what our innate nature sometimes is like, make something just so much bigger than it is. Just
Chill. Yeah.
dial it down.
Yeah.
Reel it in.
And I feel like I have learned, it took a long time, to love those mistakes and love those. Like when there's no problems to solve, there's no growing to do.
Right.
And to be honest, the more growing you do, the bigger the problems are. And so get used to
Yes.
just constantly solving problems because that's literally all that we do.
Yeah. Solution architects all day, every day.
Amen. Okay. Any last tidbits on slow season?
No.
What it feels like, what it looks like.
It's coming for us.
Don't be
and
scared of it,
no,
guys.
ready for it.
Embrace it.
I'm bringing it. I'm ready for it to come on.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Literally find some love in it.
Yeah.
Because it's really good for you and it's good for your business. And if you were constantly busy 24/7, your business wouldn't grow. Not at
No,
all.
Not at all. Or you're not growing it for long term. You just can't sustain if that's how it is all the time.
Correct.
Or there changes need to be made for it to grow.
Yeah, and to be fair, there are companies out there that grow very fast. Like they hit this spurts, but then they realize that they don't have the skill set or the systems or whatever comes in place for that influx, right?
Right.
It's okay, we're growing and we get a crazy amount of sales in. Do we have the internal operations to handle that now?
Right.
Okay, then that now becomes my problem. Okay, once I have the operations handled in, now I feel like I can even accept more sales. So now sales are the problem.
Right.
Okay,
Totally.
cool. We're not even documenting our journey and we have no idea. People have no idea how we're doing this or why. Now marketing's my problem, right? And it's that doesn't happen, and those problems don't get solved unless you pause,
Yep.
slow down,
Absolutely.
pay the fuck attention,
Yep.
and get clear.
Yep. Get clarity.
Yeah. Shout out to Brene Brown.
Love it.
She's going to be on our podcast one day.
I think that's
I'm
amazing.
manifesting that right now.
I love it.
Like, me and Brene Brown should be like this.
Perfect.
Literally.
I feel it. I feel it.
That's it for this round of Curated and Crafted. The process is messy. The vision is worth it. Stay rooted, stay bold, and keep crafting a life that feels like yours. We'll catch you next time.
Episode 2 in the books.